Hello everyone, my name is Christian Rodriguez, and I had never thought of shooting to be one of my passions until my father took me to a military base one day, and we went to a shooting range. I'd never gone shooting before, but my father thought it might be a good way for us to spend some time together, since we both had that in common, something we liked, which was guns. What kid wasn't interested in guns? And when we went to the range, we met an instructor who was going to teach us how to shoot. My dad had already spoken to him over the phone, and he was a retired vet from the Army, and he was at the military base teaching newcomers how to shoot. And he arranged for him to teach me how to shoot then and there. I was a little nervous because I really just didn't know what to expect. I'd never shot a gun before, and the whole idea of it was pretty scary. So, to kind of ease my way into it, he kind of shot a few rounds to show me that it wasn't difficult at all. So, after that, I kind of built up some courage, and he showed me how the gun worked. He pointed to the safety and the trigger and other mechanisms that I need to know in order to shoot the gun efficiently. He taught me some sayings like MAT, which is muzzle action trigger, and BAS, barrel action stock sights. Yes, I still remember. But he then gave me the rifle. Out of his 3 guns, the rifle was the easiest to shoot with. He said it would be the most efficient in teaching me how to shoot. So, he told me to get in the prone position because that was the easiest position, with standing being the hardest and kneeling being middle class. So I got in prone position and pressed the stock of the gun against my shoulder and kind of aimed it at the target. It felt a bit awkward, but with some adjustments I kind of got used to it. And he told me that I needed to stay calm and breathe, because that was the main part of shooting. I had to be calm and collective, which I normally am not, but I had to kind of find it in there and take deep breaths. He also told me that to hold my breath and then let go of my breath right when I'm going to shoot. So inhale and then exhale, and right when I exhale, to shoot. And he also told me to make sure that I pressed my cheeks against the stock of the gun so it wouldn't kick back and smack all my teeth out. I really didn't believe him, but there was another guy shooting at the shooting range, and he was missing a couple of teeth, so kind of got me to press my cheek down there. But I kind of took my time and aimed at the target. It was a few yards away. I guess it wasn't that far, but it felt far to me. It seemed kind of hard to aim and shoot at that one little location on the target, which was the bullseye. I got all my calm and collective thought positively, took a deep breath, took off the safety, and I steadily aimed. Everything was calm. I felt the eyes of my instructor and my father watching over me, waiting for that moment for me to pull the trigger. I didn't really know what to expect, so I gently eased the trigger. Still aiming, breathing, and then bang! Just like that. I pulled the trigger, the gun flew out of the chamber, and it struck the target, leaving an imprint all in 1 second. At first I didn't move. I was so rattled by the kickback of the gun that I just didn't even know what to do. After a while I got to my feet, a little disoriented, and then the instructor looks at me right in the eyes, looks right at me and says, "Are you sure this is your first time shooting?" And I reassure him, yeah, it's my first time shooting, unless shooting a dart gun, one of my toy guns, was considered shooting, then yes, this is my first time. And then he, kind of nudges me to look over there, and when I look, it was this close, just like a centimeter away from the bullseye. Just looking at that, I was like, wow, I made that spectacular shot. I hadn't even thought of shooting as a sport, let alone a hobby, but I apparently was good at it. Of course, to me at that particular time, it was just luck. I thought, whoa, I pulled it off, it went in the right angle, I guess I was moving the gun just in the right way, and it landed right there. That's great. And he wanted to see if that was really the case, so he wanted me to shoot a bit more. So, I got down there, and I shot again. Got back up, and it was even closer to the bullseye than it was before. And this continued until finally I struck the bullseye. And he was just flabbergasted. And they both looked pleased, and so did my father. After shooting the other numerous guns, he had an assault rifle and another machine gun, he deduced that I was a pretty good shot. He actually recommended that I join the army. Me personally, I don't really want to kill people. I'm not the aggressive type. But I did want to shoot in competitions. So, I told him that this was something I wanted to do as as maybe a profession, a professional shooter. And he asked me maybe to come back over there and shoot again a couple times, but I told him we live kind of far away, and this was more of just kind of a one-time thing. And we said our goodbyes, and as we were about to leave, he didn't really want me to let my skills go, my raw skill, because he thought I really had a chance of becoming something like a professional shooter. So he offered to sell one of his 3 guns that he brought with him at a discounted price. After careful consideration, my father bought me the rifle, the easiest of the 3, and the one I shot the best with. And we took that home. I was overjoyed, actually. It was one thing I felt that I could really become something with, because I wasn't very good at sports. So the fact that I could shoot a gun and shoot well was pretty exciting, actually. After that, I became involved in a new shooting club and trained for competitions. Even though it was only our team's first year of competing, we did exceptionally well. I never thought shooting would be a sport I was good at, but it just goes to show that anything is possible. Now I'm shooting better than I ever was before, and I don't intend to stop. Right now I'm just competing in district competitions, but hopefully I want to go statewide and maybe even nationally. I really enjoy shooting, and I hope it becomes more than just a hobby. It all goes to show that don't be afraid to go out there and try new things, because you never know when an activity could become your passion. I sure didn't know shooting was. I mean, me shoot a gun. That was just extremely unreal to me. But, not to get off track, always follow your dreams. Don't ever let them go, and try things that are new. You never know what they might become. My name's Christian Rodriguez, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks again.